All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game and a match between Hawk versus Blade. This game taking place here on Tyrannus Stand. I believe this game was, in fact, a NetEase ladder match, and hopefully this game does not disappoint. You see a little bit of a farm being placed down there, and we'll see when he transitions over. Yep, and then we'll be building that barracks. For all of you guys who watch me daily or pretty regularly, I'm sure you guys have already heard the news about the playtest realm with a new balance patch update. If you guys are not in the know, well, Blizzard has released a new beta patch, and it is going to address a lot of the issues in terms of balance that is currently going around. All right, I'm going to go ahead and swap the colors. There we go. That way blue is blue here and red is red here. Otherwise, it would absolutely confuse me. Anyways, what is happening? What is the balance patch? The balance patch addressing a lot of the issues with, I guess, Tauren Chieftain and Mountain King being perhaps a little bit too strong. They're going to increase the cooldown on Stomp and on Thunderclap, things that I felt were fairly good changes. It was a change that I'm sure a lot of people were expecting. Just because, well, in the hands of professional players, the amount of time that a Tauren Chieftain could just basically like shut down an entire army, it felt like, or that front line just seemed a bit too long. Some other important changes. Well, they're trying to make hero ultimate abilities significantly stronger and significantly better. I will say this. The ultimate abilities that really work the best are abilities that help you, well, that can help you win. Okay, that's very obvious. Like, what is Crotos's point? Well, there are also abilities out there that are much more help you win more. If you are in a situation where you are already winning, then it helps you win more. It doesn't really get you back into a game, it just helps you win a little bit more. And although it may feel like that a particular ability is the reason why you're winning, you already have an advantage, and then you're just winning just a little bit more. It doesn't really help you win a game. Same thing, there are abilities that only help you come back. Tranquility is not one of those, excuse me. Resurrection and Raise Dead are the two examples of that particular ability. You have to be losing a whole bunch of units, or you have to be in a fight where enough damage has taken place where you're like, okay, I can finally use Raise Dead. And that's not really what the ultimate ability should be. I've said it multiple times. One of the reasons why Tranquility is so good is that it is both useful in and out of combat. So that is my thoughts there. They did make a change to Tranquility, making it so that you are no longer temporarily invulnerable while using it. It does make a lot of sense. Double Cloak of Shadows doesn't make a lot of sense right there. Blade gonna go ahead and just sell that and perhaps try and clear out this Forest Troll High Priest creep camp. Both sides pretty much mirroring each other exactly. Items not that similar. Double Slippers of Agility. There is a pendant going up on the, well, I would say the blue side here for Hawk. Meanwhile, what item is going to be dropped for Blade? Blade going to go ahead and pick up a Talisman of Evasion. 15% evasion there, does not stack with evasion or Drunken Brawler, as both sides going to be getting to level 3. All right, Mountain King picking up some additional items there. Meanwhile, back down to the south, we're going to see expansions and arcane towers now getting added into play. Yes, stream just started. Seduced Panda, thank you for tuning in. So yeah, I don't know if I want to do a comprehensive overview of the patch, since it is just a beta patch already. And I know that, you know, the Back to WarCraft guys and some of the other guys are already discussing it. I may go ahead and do exactly that in just a little bit. Talk about the patch when it does go live. and when all of the changes are actually finalized. Meanwhile, back down across over here, Arcane Ball quickly going to get destroyed. Mountain King going to try to come across. Repair is now getting underway. Are we going to perhaps see a Thunderclap coming in? So level 2 Thunderclap slowing down many of the units here, as it is Thunderclap going up against Stormbolt and Bash. There is another clap right there, and with a pendant, I guess it does in fact make sense, as the units are now trying to head back every which way. Mountain King getting in a little bit too greedy, trying to go after that Forest Troll Berserker. Well, the Arcane Tower came online and was able to burn some of that precious mana. Slight hero advantage lead. We'll see how it all works out. Full on items are ready. Double slippers of agility, circlet of nobility, a lot of stats coming into play. Meanwhile, down across over here, Blade also setting up that expansion. We are going to see the scout farm here, not the scout farm, the proximity farm next to the mercenary camp get destroyed. No more easy training of mercenaries, and that is incredibly important when you have, well, an excess of gold early on when you're at tier 1, and well, you have that gold and you want to spend it, because gold in the bank doesn't really help you win wars, or at least a game of Warcraft 3. Forest Troll Berserker, Mountain King gonna make its way out. Mountain King back across over here. There's a Stormbolt onto that unit right there. Mountain King gonna end up losing that well, Clarity Potion as damage trying to be done. Are we gonna see that Forest Troll Berserker get taken down? One more shot should do it, and the Footmen are not gonna be able to catch up. Triple Forest Troll Shadow Priest coming down here. Easy Stormbolt as the Mountain King shows how it's done sniping down units. Mountain King gonna continue to make its way around. Scroll of Regeneration now retreating back. Both sides trying to engage here. Peasants are all in position. More towers going to try to come in as the Footmen now going after the peasants, attacking them in the back. All right, Mountain King trying to make its way over quick, trying to run on through. Is it going to be able to get in there? That is the question. Mountain King does not have boots of speed. This Mountain King does, as the Footmen are just diving on in. Is there a potion of mana? Of course it's not available. We are not at tier 2, as the units are now trying to engage here. There is a Thunderclap right there. Major damage across all of those Footmen, and this may actually end up turning things around for Blade. That Thunderclap right there causing problems, as the Mountain King now trying to head back off to the north. Mountain King going to end up getting disrupted again. Blade doing a good job disrupting Hawk's, well, Clarity Potions, making sure that that Mountain King is absolutely bone dry. 3.7 versus 3.7. One militia getting too gung-ho in on that fight. Now going to try and get away, but doesn't realize that it needed to make its way inside here. Second scout tower, Arcane Tower getting added. Meanwhile, Blade is not doing anything of that sort. He doesn't have any towers, and well, he should be just fine as he goes ahead and teleports back to the rest of his army. Is he going to hire some more units? Yeah, Blade using the mercenary camp very aggressively. We are taking the tier 2 on both sides, but access to the mercenary camp is a very big deal. All the Mountain King can really hope to do is just try and fight back across over here. There is that Forest Troll Shadow Priest with that range attack, removing some of that precious mana once again, and the Mountain King being forced to buy Clarity Potions, even though, well, it's kind of going out of style. All right, is the Forest Troll Berserker, are these towers going to be able to do anything as we now shift our focus back into the main base here? You can take a look. Also, Forest Troll Shadow Priest able to jump inside. Arcane Tower going to go ahead and get some damage back in onto those units as they are trying to retreat back. Mountain King going to end up being in trouble. He does have a Clarity Potion and a Potion of Greater Healing. Are we going to see another Thunderclap? There we go. One Footman down, two Footmen down. A Scroll of Protection being used right there. Mountain King still trying to, well, dive around. There is a Stormbolt, and is the Mountain King going to fall? No. Potion of Greater Healing used in time, and another Thunderclap comes into play. All right, multiple Thunderclaps coming into play, dealing so much damage across all of these units. There goes another Footman right there. Mountain King, is he actually going to get trapped? That is the question, as Arcane Tower now pushing in a little bit of damage. This Mountain King really has nowhere to go. Clarity Potion trying to stay alive. Units are going to try to join in on the fight here. Going to go ahead and engage as the Footman finishes off one Forest Troll Shadow Priest. There is the teleport. Now going to go ahead and teleport away. There is one Ogre Mauler down to 33 hit points. Well, healing coming in continually. Are we going to get a little bit more mana? Scroll of Regeneration, Potion of Healing, as that Potion of Healing is currently on cooldown. Mountain King going to try and come in for a Stormbolt, gets the Stormbolt off, finishes off that one Ogre Mauler right there. And now what is going to happen next? Mountain King does not have that much mana. This Mountain King trying to slip away. Mountain King does have Boots of Speed. Will he be able to catch up? No, it will not, as the Mountain King able to head back. 46 supply. Oh, there's a little slight disruption once again. More damage coming in. Mountain King actually very gutsy here. Perhaps wanting to try to dive on into a strange spot. We are getting into a blood mage by both sides. Both sides getting siphon mana as well, as this Mountain King going to try and fight its way through. Circlet of Nobility added in. Oh, this Mountain King down to 150 hit points. Picks up another Circlet of Nobility. Is alive for now. And now with enough mana for a Stormbolt, going to go after that right there. All right, trying to finish things off. Siphon mana away from each of the other units. Mountain King has the potion. What is going on? This Mountain King trying to slip away. Is he going to be able to get away? Mountain King trying to get a little bit more mana down to 83 hit points, and it looks like he will end up surviving. Mountain King is going to be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. No, he doesn't use a Scroll of Town Portal and falls instead. Banish, Siphon mana, Force Troll, Shadow Priest completely are getting low on mana. These units are trying to head back every which way. Mountain King now back out onto the field. Mountain King getting precious mana. Force Troll, Shadow Priest, Stormbolt, long distance delivering, as this mirror match is absolutely amazing. Archmage with Mountain King, oh no, sorry, not Archmage, Blood Mage, acting as the mana battery for that Mountain King on both sides. And well, we are looking at Hawk with a slight advantage in terms of hero for level 4, level 2 going up against a level 3, level 1, but that Mountain King for Blade is, well, very close to level 2 as well. Arcane Tower, we are now also going into Griffin Aviary. Mountain King with Boots of Speed and plenty of mana for a Stormbolt, however, unable to catch up to that Mountain King there. Teleporting back home, a lot of low hit point footmen was simply waiting for someone to be able to read that scroll of regeneration for them. So sad that, well, I guess all units are illiterate or can't use items for some reason, as we're looking at the Mountain King getting up to already 510 mana. 510 mana, rather high indeed. I don't see an Arcane Sanctum. No, we're going into Griffin Aviaries, Breaker Wars, or Tier 3. We don't even see an Arcane Sanctum. It is mass Tier 3 for mass air. Both sides going for mass air units, and if this turns into a game of shackles, well, that is going to be something that I need to keep an eye on. A game of shackles, where, well, whoever has the most Dragonhawk riders ends up winning the fight. That it comes out to be a really strange battle, as the Mountain King goes ahead and puts down a quick thunderclap, really finishing off the remaining units here rather fast. 4.8. We are now going into Paladins as well. Both sides now finally in low upkeep, as the Mountain King, is it going to be able to get to level 5 off of this level 4 assassin? No, the Paladin going to come in, take some of that experience as well. All right, in comes the battle. Stormbolt, Holy Light onto that Mountain King, going to be very important. There's a Holy Light, there's a Potion of Healing, there's Siphon Mana, as everyone is trying to exchange blows. Thunderclap coming in. Ground Army not going to be that strong. A lot of low hit point footmen though, as the Paladin now trying to get away. Paladin going to Holy Light, as the Dragonhawk Riders are going after the units again. Mountain King low on mana, as we are looking at, well, a Dragonhawk Rider trying to hang back. Low hit point footman going to retreat. There are Dragonhawk Riders in the air. Stormbolt onto a low hit point footman, but gets staffed a Sanctuary back the rest of the way. Alright, Siphon Mana into that Mountain King. Arcane Tower getting in a little bit of feedback damage. Griffins are here as well, as the Dragonhawk Riders, are they going to try and shackle? Yes, you're going to shackle some of those units, but it's not going to work out incredibly well. There's simply not enough Dragonhawk Riders, and the Arcane Towers are not helping out enough. Alright, there goes another shackle again. Griffins are going to go ahead and engage. A big thunderclap raining down across all of those units, as the Red Army is being forced to pull back. Blue Army, there's another shackle coming in from the other side. Siphon Mana, Mountain King, not enough mana to really do anything here. Is going to be able to get some damage. Yes, gets up to level 5, level 3 Stormbolt, or perhaps level 3 Thunderclap. No, level 3 Stormbolt going to be here, as well as the Mountain King finishes off the Paladin. Oh, Blood Mage, no, he escapes the Holy Light just in time. Mountain King trying to get a little bit more mana. There you go, gets a Stormbolt off onto a Griffin Rider. Is going to be able to take it down. No, not enough, as everything teleports away. 57 supply compared to 61. Never seen a human mirror like this. This is turning out to be a battle of air superiority. Yes, it is. The Dragonhawk Riders, the Dragonhawk Riders being able to shackle Dragonhawk Riders to shut them down. It is going to come down to who has the most Dragonhawk Riders if it does turn into an air battle. Level 3 onto that Blood Mage, level 2 on that Paladin, who now has Divine Shield, which will be incredibly important for these battles. Coming back down to the south here, a couple of peasants getting easily taken out here. Mountain King continuing to chase. There is that orb of a heal reduction, orb of fire, granting that heal reduction there, as peasants looking to expand over here to the top right. Peasants really should be working. Meanwhile, we're having the paladin and that blood mage still wandering around Mountain King. Well, purposely is trying to keep his distance, as we are, what is that, a Book of the Dead on the yes, on that paladin should work out extremely well, as all of a sudden an army of range units can appear under Dragonhawk riders, dealing a lot of damage. Without priest and without dispel magic, all of a sudden that becomes much more powerful. But we are getting up a workshop by Blade. Blade getting a workshop in order to get, well, flying machines and flak cannons to deal with the air units. The other side is going to be a mass number of Dragonhawk riders to try and deal with the air units. And, well, both trying to go for air superiority, but we're finally seeing a difference in terms of the overall strategy. Alright, it looks like that paladin is going to go ahead and teleport back home. Going to get a little bit of healing going for him as well. Blood Mage, level 2 Siphon Mana, level 1 Banish, as the units are still wandering around. And oh, here we are. We're going to go into an engagement here. Mountain King is ready to go. Dragonhawk Riders, are there enough of them? It appears that he doesn't actually want to try and battle, and that is actually going to not be bode well for him, as the flying machines are going to start to amass up and really be able to take down those Dragonhawk Riders, as they will be stationary sitting hawks in the air. Alright, no surprise that Hawk is going for Dragonhawks. Meanwhile, we are going Mass Griffins by Blade, 71 supply compared to 61. Who is going to have more available to them, as the Griffins are finally joining in on the fight here. Alright, easy assassin going to get taken down. There it goes. And a little bit of damage sitting. Yeah, they're just going to be sitting Hawks in the air. As the Dragonhawk Riders looking to finish off that rogue will be able to do exactly that. Mountain King sitting at level 5, Paladin sitting at level 2, a big thunderclap, well, adding in a little bit of damage, and then Mountain King purposely backing away to give experience to that Paladin and this Blood Mage. 5.2, 3.9, 2.8. And we are both very close on leveling, and there you go, a double level, a major power boost to Hawk's army compared to Blade, who's sitting at 4.6, 2.9, and 2.4. But with that said, I do believe that Blade has the larger army, and he also has flying machines to deal with all of these units, and now also went for a roar. He had a Scroll of the Beast, so he'll be able to deal so much damage. Griffins dealing so much damage right here, no masonry upgrades, and then adding in the roar, so much damage right there. All right, Mountain King gonna, well, try and back away. Siphon Mana, well, I take from you, you take from me type of thing, as the Blood Mage, well, is upside down on mana and should be giving some mana to that Mountain King now. Dragonhawk Riders looking to back up. Blade saying, you know what, I'm going to easily take out this expansion. Hawk saying, I cannot engage at this point because, well, your flying machines, let me get a little bit of time to get my flying machines going as well. All right. Workshop, no arcane tower, guard towers, all of these units trying to get in a little bit of damage off to the side. Well, flying machines coming back to the other side here. Griffins actually deal a lot of damage to the flying machines, so, but the devotion aura is also going to be coming into play as well. A major difference, Holy Light and Devotion Aura compared to Holy Light and Divine Shield. That Devotion Aura is very effective on an army that is, well, rather wide. You give additional armor to all units. But I've said this before, Devotion Aura, not necessarily the best aura, as it's only really effective as your units are taking damage. If your units are getting focus fired, it doesn't help out nearly as much. But with that said, well, flak cannons and their splash damage is incredibly important too. All right, more flying machines, double workshop flying machines, 78 supply compared to 80, and the army sizes should be even in just a little bit, as we now see Blade go into high upkeep. All right, Hawk does have better upgrades. What is that, 1-1? We're now going into, well, they're not copter wars. They're flying machines. They're not gyrocopters. Flying machines now still raining overhead here. A little bit of long distance mining. Nope. Just going to go ahead and try and re-establish up an expansion, as the Arcane Vault going to quickly get taken down right there. Is the army going to, well, of Blade get ready to engage? I do believe so. There's a scroll of healing on both sides, and it may come down to simply just that upgrades. A very, very big deal for Hawk's army. You can see all of those upgrades over there. All right, getting ready to fight and engage. Griffins are going to come and engage. There's a shackle. There's a couple of shackles trying to be brought in. Fly machines, and here we go. So much animation, so much fighting as the units are trying to take each other down. Who is coming out on top? 77 compared to 68, and Blade looks like he's starting to take the lead. Shackles are not holding enough. There's just simply too many flying machines, and the flying machines able to shut down absolutely everything right there. Flying machines continuing to chase after all of those units. Staff of Sanctuary trying to save, and Hawk, who had the major advantage in terms of hero, now ends up completely falling apart. One way to get around the powerful ability of Thunderclap, just go air. Flying machines just keeping track of everything there, but this has pretty much been a one-sided battle. All of a sudden, Blade able to shut down Hawk in a matter of seconds, even with superior upgrades on Hawk's side. But well, Devotion Aura acting as level 1 armor upgrades, and then having level 2, excuse me, oh, you do not, oh, was that banish on purpose? I think the banish, I don't know who cast that banish, but it just ended up taking additional damage from the Griffin Riders. I believe it was actually well timed by Blade, waiting for the Holy Light to come through on the Paladin first, and then banishing to allow for additional damage. All right, this guy trying to get away once more. Stormbolt finishes it off, and that should pretty much be the game. A great comeback by Blade. He wasn't really ever that far behind, but he just absolutely owned that last battle. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed a rather interesting human versus human mirror match. Air Wars and being the name of the game this time around, and it really came down to gyrocopters countering the Dragonhawks, which were trying to counter the Griffins. And well, goes to show you having the counter to your opponent's counter is often the plan you need to go. How did Red win? Giant air battle? Yeah, giant air battle, flak cannons, devotion aura, scroll of protection, and offering plenty of armor. And well, the Dragonhawk riders were kind of stacked up on top of each other, and thereby making flak cannons that much more effective. As soon as the Dragonhawk riders were out of the air, the Griffins were able to do their thing, and that was the end of that. Also, the Mountain King. Mountain King is an awesome ground unit, able to handle large swarms of ground units. Thunderclap, Stormbolt, all very powerful. But when your opponents, all of their units end up being in the air, well, the Mountain King kind of loses a bit of his bite. That's when the Archmage and actually Water Elementals are a little bit better. Thank you. Very close in score. But you got to remember that Blade was very much behind throughout much of the match. He had lower hero levels on all 3 of his heroes up until that last fight. He ended up somehow being able to get a jump up in terms of hero experience because he basically took out 50 or 40 supply of his enemy's units, while he only lost 15 supply. That was the major shift right there. So going into that last fight, Hawk did have the advantage. All right,